Hello, my name is Ray Rodriguez, and I would be interested in becoming a tutor for the Tandem Language Learning Program. I first started teaching English here in Las Vegas, Nevada, about 10 years ago when my grandmother first moved over from Puerto Rico. At this time, in her mid-50s, she did not speak any English, but over the past decade, she has progressed immensely. From someone that did not speak any English whatsoever to be able to hold a conversation just as myself and any other of my colleagues would, I find that very impressive. And of course, every so often she has some issues with proper verb usage, such as past tense, present tense, or future tense, but that is rare, and I personally applaud her for being able to learn another language at an age that a lot of people say is nearly impossible. Also, I have taught my parents English. When they first moved over from Puerto Rico, they spoke relatively well English to the point where people could understand them, but since they've been living here for 10, 15, around 13 years, give or take, I've been teaching them how to just have a fluid conversation with someone, not just the basics that you learn in textbooks or anything. Yes, they have a bit of an accent, but if it comes to pronunciation, proper grammar, and verb usage, they're doing great. And like I was saying, I've taught them most of their English that they know. Also, about 3 or 4 months ago, I was at the Strip here in Las Vegas, and I met a tourist from France that knew some English, but not too much, because yes, they focus on it in their schools in France, but obviously not as much as they focus on the French, or as much as here we focus on our English. Myself, knowing some French, enough to the point where I could communicate with her, I've been teaching her English for the past 2 or 3 months. I could personally say that she's come a long way from someone that would speak with the proper words for you to understand them, to someone who would speak with the proper words, verb usage, and grammar for their sentences to be correct and grammatically perfect as well. Also, the age differences, obviously with my grandma and my parents, they're a bit older than students here, but I've also been teaching young students Spanish, mostly friends of my parents, or just siblings of people I know. I've been teaching them Spanish, which I'm fluent in English and Spanish. So the variety of age honestly ranges a lot, but I've been able to communicate with people in English and Spanish to teach them both languages.